Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today is going to be a little different of a video. I am going to actually walk you through some completed projects and kind of just go through how you can change some inspiration pages and make them your own. So these two pages actually came from the convention bundle that we received and with the instructions inside. So here is the original. So this is the original left-hand page, and I went ahead and instead of doing two 4x6s, I decided to use a 4x6 and a 3x4. I typically like to matte my photos, so I went ahead and just matted them as well. So on the right-hand side, I changed up the photo layout as well. But just to stick to the left-hand side, I'll go ahead and kind of get this in better frame. You can see that I did use the exact same instructions for the base of it. So the only thing I really changed was using this as my title page. I decided to put the Happy Autumn Days over on the left-hand page, and then I matted my photos. So essentially, again, I did use the main portion of it, and then right down here, the original, this was a white piece of paper that you stamped on, and I just went ahead and used a zip strip. So going to the right hand side, this is what the original looked like. So again, unmatted photos. I like matted photos. They used a 4x6, and then I believe that's a 3x3, and I wanted to use three 3x4s. Again, cut them out 1/4 of an inch wider to give me that nice border. I did utilize, I kind of flipped back and forth because I really liked some of the elements. So you can see that they have the Happy Autumn Days. I have that on my other page. So I'll go ahead and get them both back on the camera. So I wanted that to be on my left-hand side versus the right. I really liked the way the Welcome Autumn looked over the photo, so that's why I did that on the left-hand side. And then I added a little bit of a cluster above that. I also added some sequins that was not in the original, but I just thought they went really well with this color palette. And then I also added the word together down here too. So I did really like their little cluster right here that was above their title. And that's essentially where I got that inspiration and kind of mimicked it over there. So then on the second page, I utilized the Happy Holidays. Yeah, Happy Holidays, which I think is a cute little sentiment. And I think that should be a new word. And the sweater weather over here. So you can see that they kind of overlapped it over a photo, and I went ahead and kind of did the same thing. And then I added a little cluster over there. So for the most part, this is the exact same basic layout. I followed the instructions to cut out the main pages, but then changed it up a little bit to kind of make it my own. So then these next two pages actually come from Volume 5, Make It From Your Heart, and it is pattern number 16. So right here you can see pattern number 16, and I kind of more or less went with how this one had the title page right there. And then instead of putting the 3 on the right hand side, I just ended up cutting out 2 more. I just liked the look of that. Instead of using the picture right there, I decided to make that my journaling square. So here are these two pages, and instead of putting a piece of paper or a zip strip on top, I decided to use the new rose gold shimmer trim. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. It is the perfect rose gold color. It is not coppery, it is not gold, and here's the gold for comparison, so you can definitely see the difference. It is the perfect rose gold. I adore it. So I did essentially copy the entire layout except adding those two in the background right here. I did utilize this space right here for the title page, and then over here is where I plan on putting the journaling. So that is those two pages. And then the last things are a couple of cards that I made. So one of them is essentially from the convention bundle. So this, we got the instructions to create this adorable card using the pumpkin spice paper, but I wanted to kind of change it or jazz it up a bit and make it my own. So this is my version of it. So I decided to go ahead and use some gold, not wire, gold thread, I believe it is called, and then some gold sequins. Instead of putting those little X's on the corner like the original had, I just cut that part off, but I did also take a dauber and kind of edge it. And then right here at the bottom, I did add some of that beautiful rose gold trim. And then these two were just ones that I ended up creating just kind of out of fun. I wanted to use the rest of the paper pack. I really do not have much of the paper left, which is amazing. I love when I can use up an entire pack. A, that means I loved it, and B, that means I actually used it instead of hoarding it. So that's always a good thing to me. So on this one, I did add a lot of gold shimmer. I used a shimmer brush for the little splatters, and then these big dots, I actually used the new Glitz Gloss Spray. And then on this one, I added a little bit of gold shimmer as well. And what I did was just use the shimmer brush. So that is essentially some extra things that I created using the pumpkin spice paper pack. But I just wanted to show you that you don't have to think of these things, you know, right on the top of your head. If you are not sure how to make cards or layouts, you don't really have to worry about that. There are books, there's Pinterest, there's a whole blog that Close to My Heart has. It's there for you to utilize and draw inspiration from. So I hope that these projects have drawn some inspiration for you. Thank you so much for joining me as always. Happy crafting, and I will see you all next time.